Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. Today I'm playing Silksong. Today on Silksong, we are continuing my Steel Soul run. It's nice to be able to say that instead of starting over. We've made it a couple hours into the Steel Soul run. We're in Greymoor and we're about to enter Bellhart. So, let's get started. So my main goal today is not to die. Other than that, I think that we need to get the cling grip. And then after we get the cling grip, I kind of want to go around before saving Bellhart and see if we can get some more, upgrades for my character. And hello, Green King Raptor. Welcome to the stream. So here we are entering the haunted Bellhart, and I don't think we've done this before, so I think we're about to get the cutscene. Yes. Alright. Isn't that the goal everywhere? It is. I mean, granted, sometimes I prioritize exploration more than I prioritize not dying, but in the Steel Soul mode, I have to prioritize not dying. It's very important. Alright, the haunted Bellhart. I wonder if we can go and open this right now. It would be nice to do that. I also have no idea how much we have in terms of beads. What kind of savings do we have? We've got some savings. Let's spend them. So the one thing that's coming up is Sister Splinter. And I have to beat Sister Splinter without dying. And I should be able to do that. I've done well at Sister Splinter before, but I really have to do that. And I have to be used to going around. So I think I can take off the Magma Bell at this point. Get back on that bench. I think I can take off the Magma Bell. But I have nothing to put on instead, it looks like. Okay, so Magma Bell is staying on just because we don't have any more blue tools. Okay. Well, let's go in. And I keep trying to dash with the wrong button. Let's get our buttons right. So here we are in Shellwood. Let's defeat one of these, just because I do want eventually I want the reward for hunting 100 different types of things. So let's get some more types. I'm sure I would defeat more of those another time, but it's easy just to defeat the first one that you see, and then you'll never question what you're missing. Alright, that was me not using the correct button for dash. I need to get that down before we go too far. So, let's continue up here. Good. I think we want to dash over to the right. Even though we could go up over here, let's dash over to the right. Yeah, look, there's a new enemy to fight, and there's a thing. Frayed rosary string. Great. More rosaries. And then what? I think that we can... Let's see here. Defeat those guys. We don't want them. I think there's a wasp nest over here that we can break through. I think it's down there. Yes. There we go. I don't remember what's in here, but I do want to destroy the wasp nest. Good. Wasp nest destroyed. Now let's destroy the wasp that came out of it. Ouch. Alright, heal up after that. And what is in here? Oh, it's a tool. It's a long pin. Great. Now we want to go up. And not on the right necessarily, we just want to go up. I remember one of the things that I learned, which was don't dash all the time. Because dashing all the time is not a good thing to do, because then I get myself into trouble if I dash all the time. So, let's be careful. That's not breakable, is it? No, they're giant bells. They're not particularly breakable. You need to have a whole bunch of bells. Is that the... No, the Paula part is up there, but I'm not sure that we can get it right now. We want to go down over here. There we go. Alright, we've made it through one room. Huzzah! I have to celebrate small victories right now. One room. Alright, next room is actually an arena battle. Oh my gosh. I keep doing the Drifter's Cloak because I want to jump an additional time, and I don't have a second jump. So, I put on the cloak instead. Okay. Ouch. You got me. Why can I not attack this guy? There we go. I'm trying to be careful. So we're playing it slow. There we go. Alright. I would like to heal now. Good. Let's destroy the flying one, because the flying one is making it so that I can't safely jump above this guy. Great. And we can move on. We have defeated an arena battle. Huzzah. And let's unlock a bench. Not that benches are particularly helpful, as we know, but let's unlock the bench. We don't need to sit at it. There's no value right now in sitting at the bench, but we've unlocked it, and I like unlocking the benches. Right, put that down. Can we go over it? I am kind of looking for secrets all along the place. I know where some of them are, but I'm kind of looking just because any secret that helps me is going to be a good thing. Press the big button, open the door. That makes our way back to Bellhart much easier. And you just killed that guy. I dashed into where you were throwing that. This is one of the reasons why I should not be using dash too much. Oh my gosh, I did it again. Alright, how many hits can you take, sir? Gosh. There we go. Finally got him. I feel like we should hit these guys down here just for the silk so that we could heal. Don't want to get hit by them, obviously. I do want to heal. There we go. And do we want to go up in this room? Can we go up in this room? I mean, I guess we could jump on top of this and try to head upward. You, sir? Alright, he's down there now. I am able to go this far, and I could go farther up, including this way. Good. There is another wasp nest, but I don't think it's valuable for me to deal with it right now. Let's go through here. Ho-ho, we found you. Excellent. So we can get the quest for the polyp hearts. Let's do that. Growth, time of birth. Heatbug, the time of birth approaches. Now the rite of the polyp. Alright. We will accept the wish, the rite of the polyp. If you have knowledge or power to grant, I will aid you. These polyp hearts you desire, they can be found around the wood? Found in the wood, yes. Seek out the purple blooms. Alright, in order to find all the purple blooms, we need to have the cling grip. So we're going to come back through here again after we have cling grip. That's going to be the case for a lot of things, obviously. Alright, can we buy the map? I passed the town myself, the thread sickness. I've seen its like upon the roads. The curse that strikes the town, it is driven, focused, a cold use of silk at a concerning scale. I will investigate its source. Ooh, the Bellhart map and the Shellwood map. We can afford both of them, but it leaves me pretty poor. I guess we have frayed rosary strings that I haven't broken open yet, so I'm not that poor. But I'm certainly not going to buy other stuff just yet. Alright. We can go up here. I see the lost flea right there. Can we rescue that now? I assume we can. You don't get too close to me, and we'll be fine. Actually, you didn't get close, and I kind of destroyed you anyway, so guess that was a lie. Alright, so I want to go down. Oh gosh. Didn't mean to go this far down already. I was going to defeat these things on the way. I should probably heal now, honestly. Alright, we don't need to kill the bottom one. It hit me somehow, but... oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead. What can we do? Alright, that didn't give me enough silk to heal yet. I'm very concerned. Oh, we are not going that way. I know what happens after we go that way. Wait a minute. But that's fine, right? Because there's water. It's not really fine. We're not going that way just yet. We need this guy. We need to safely hit him and heal. Alright, we did not die. Now I feel more comfortable going this way. Also, you were there the whole time? Tried to double jump again. Can't do that. I don't know why I think I have double jump right now, because we definitely don't. So, if I recall correctly, we go this way, but then the path back gets filled with enemies. We get a mask shard. Ho-ho. Excellent. We've got 2 mask shards, 2 more and we have more health. 2 more and we have more health. Let's see here. I know where to get 2 of them, actually. So we should get 2 of them before we fight Sister Splinter. Trying to make this a lot safer to go back. Oh man. How do I make this safer to go back? So, we could hit it again, just for the silk. That will allow me to heal sooner. Good. Okay, we can heal. We're making it back. There we go. Just get out of your range. And then over here, there's water, so we can just get in the water. Wonderful. We made it back. And we got a mask shard too, which is excellent. So, I want to go a little bit further. What's this way? This, I think, is the way that we want to go to get to Sister Splinter, right? Alright. Let's go to the conveyance. I don't know if I have enough beads to open the conveyance. But if we can, it'd be very, very nice. We need 40. How about that? I even have them on hand. And then we're going to leave Shellwood for a little bit, because I want to get 2 more mask shards. And I know where 2 of them are. One of them, I'm pretty sure we don't need the cling grip to get. And then the other one, I know we don't need the cling grip to get. So, let's go. I'm going back to Bone Bottom. Or the Marrow. Let's go to the Marrow. Technically, what I want to do is get a lot of beads, buy one from Bone Bottom, and one of the ways to get lots of beads is to go this way and start fighting things that give me beads. Like this guy. Good. Got him. Alright. So we're getting beads. And that is important, because one of the mask shards is me purchasing something with beads. Could we also... I'm thinking of even another mask shard too. I know of a few mask shards, which is very helpful. Let's see here. I need to be like running and jump off of that. That's what I need to be doing in order to get over to that right path. There we go. That was perfect. And the reason I got up here is because I'm trying to get up in order to go left. Oops. There is a trap there. Hello, sir. And then, if I'm correct, we can go this way. Yeah. Let's go this way. And going this way is right over here, where we can fight the Craggler. Excellent. Alright. As I recall, fighting the Craggler is easy, it just takes a while. Because you have to be very, very careful. Oh my gosh. There we go, we got a hit on. Getting a hit on is the first part. Excellent. I can just go past. Well, too bad. I'm gonna fight the Craggler. I'm saving my silk in case I get hit, because the Craggler does 2 damage if I remember correctly. And we really want to heal that immediately after we get it. Good. Just be patient. Patience is all that this battle takes. Good. We're in a rhythm. I like the rhythm that I've gotten into. Just repeat that rhythm over and over again. We've got enough silk to heal again, so if we get hit, it's not too bad. Oops. Missed. At least I didn't get hit. Missing is much less bad than getting hit. Alright, Craggler. How much life do you have? Good. Alright. This is stunning gameplay, I know, but we are being extremely careful. And it's working very well so far. I'm tempted to get 2 hits in every time, and I'm holding myself back from that temptation. Because I know if I get 2 hits in, I'm probably going to get hit back, and that's not worth it. Oops. See, for example, if I make any mistake like that... Alright, Craggler down. It gave me a Beast Shard, which, you know, is fine. Beast Shards are fine. We don't care that much, though. However, what it really gives me is the ability to go this way. And... down here... is a breakable wall with a Mask Shard. Excellent. Alright, one more and we have more health, which is enormously helpful to have more health. So, let's keep doing that. And now this place is safe, because we've done that. Let's go down. I want to go down, and I also want to... I want to get the mossberry that's down there as well, which requires me to be a little bit more careful about going down. Because the mossberry is over here, as I recall. Oh yes, we can also hit this. Hit that lever, that's also very helpful. Now we've got a way to get back up from Bone Bottom. And then over here, I thought there was a guy with a mossberry. Was I wrong about that? Maybe it's more to the right. Can't be more to the right. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's pretty far down. Whoops. That was definitely me intending to do my up tool. Where's that guy? There he is. He flies so low so much of the time. Okay. I did hit him. Come back, sir? Come back? We want to hit you some more. This would be a lot easier if we had more movement abilities, but, you know, we're getting it now. There we go. Knocked it down. And there it is. Perfect. Hello, everyone. You worry for the camp's safety. I do too, for some reason, you know? Let's rest at the bench so that we replenish our tools. Just in case I use the tools again a lot. Now, I want to essentially go all the way to the right. To the place where we can get to the deep docks. Because there is a mass shard in the deep docks that I think we can get now. I think we just needed the swift step in order to get it. Let's use this conveyance. It's a fun one. A little cart. I guess it's sort of a mining cart. It doesn't have a place to store any ore though, so don't know if we can really call it a mining cart. I'm going to defeat you for your beads. Okay, so in this room, we want to go higher up in this room, I think, in order to get where I'm trying to go. Yeah, I want to go up there. So in order to go up there, we need to get higher up, which I think we can do probably on the left side. So where can we get higher up? I see that up there. How do we get up there? Here we go. So. Follow this up. Whoops. And... oh, I think we actually need the cling grip there. Okay, well, unfortunately we need the cling grip for that one, which means we're back to the plan of buying a mask shard in Bone Bottom. Which I can do. We could... whoops. Alright. Let's actually use the conveyance. The problem, of course, is getting all the beads. I don't know how much we need, though, so I'm going back to find out how much we need. And then, I guess, Mossholm is the easiest place to earn beads right now. Like, safely earn beads. Which is not a lot of beads very fast, but it is safety. So, how much do you charge for a mask shard? You charge 300. I've got 98, and with 2 of those, we have half as much as we need. We need 150 more beads. That's kind of a lot. Let's get it. Because having an extra mask might save my life. Might mean that we get to continue the playthrough. And actually, is Farfield's a good place to get beads? No, I think a lot of the things in Farfield's are actually shell shards. Yeah, I think our best option is probably the Mossholm. So, let's go fight some more pilgrims, because pilgrims have beads. And we just need to make it so that we get 300. 300 is our goal. You know, it's not actually going to take as much time as I am thinking that it's going to. Because these guys right here do have a fair number of beads. Yeah, alright. We're making it. Also, I realized that one of the things I could do is that, to get up here more easily than what I did before. Alright. Hello, sir. You have some beads that I would like for myself. These people up here have some beads. And we're going to immediately heal. Keep ourselves entirely healthy if we can. And where are more beads? More beads are going to be in a different room. We already got those. Actually, this is a very small area, isn't it? This is kind of a very small area to search. Oh, there's a place that we could go that I haven't been yet. And we can go there pretty easily, because we just go out this way. And we go back down here, but we go all the way to the right this time. So. Let's see if we can go all the way to another room. There we go. This is a new place. And a new place means that we're going to have something to get in the new place, including beads. Excellent. Let's just trigger that trap real quick while we collect these beads. Alright, wonderful. That helped a lot. And then, of course, there's this, which has a spool fragment, so we complete our first spool. Wonderful. Oh yes, sell the mossberry. Good point. I do have a mossberry that I can sell too. Alright, so this was good. And that brings us back up here, where we can get some more beads. And which room am I in? I am in a room a little bit too low. Okay. We're basically doing this again to get the beads that are here. Good. Wonderful. Rest of this bench just for the heal. And then here we are back up here, and we're close by to the moss druid, which is our source of beads, our faster source of beads right now. Although we didn't get it all without doing that, because that guy has the rest of the beads, I think. Yes, we got it. Wonderful. I'm still going to go to the moss druid, though, because that's an intelligent thing to do. We could definitely use these beads. I did not do that correctly. Let's do this correctly. There we go. And up here, let's sell our mossberry that we have with us. I think we only have one extra one. Yes. Give a mossberry. Wonderful. Alright, now let's go back to Bone Bottom and buy that mask shard, and then we'll go back up to Shellwood. It's just very nice to have an additional mask. So, Vance, can you please convey me to the Bone Bottom? And let's buy it. Alright, we buy our first mask shard. And we have more health. Huzzah! We have more health. Now let's go back to Shellwood and see if we can get the Cling Grip next. So, Shellwood. And then once we do that, I don't know that we can power ourselves up much more, because we just got essentially 2 power-ups there. We got the extra health, and we got some extra silk. Right. Whoops. I wanted to do this. Let's actually go... We can't go that way yet. We need the Cling Grip first. Okay, this way. And we need the cling grip to go up there, so we can't go there yet. This we can get now. Why not? I mean, why not maybe... It's kind of hard to get up here. We have to hit it multiple times. Whoops, I slashed that one with not with the down slash, which is very unhelpful. There we go, got the Paula part that's up there. You stick. You almost got me with your camouflage. Okay, let's just take care of this guy. Good. Trying to be really careful. There we go. That's an important button. It brings me down to where that is. Yes. All right. I mean, that's nice and all, but now let's go back up. There's a couple things to get on that path. Do I really want to... Actually, I kind of would have to go around to do that, which I'm not going to do right now. Trying to be very, very cautious. Was there a breakable wall down here? Of course not. They're giant bells. Giant bells are not breakable walls. Good. And... here we are, Sister Splinter. Alright. Let's win this one. Without dying. I tried to get a sneaky hit in, but the game did not allow it. Destroy that. She does that 3 times. I remember that. Very helpful to remember that. This phase is going to be easy. Good. It will get harder soon. That's one way that it gets harder. Darn it. She put out more. There we go. Oh gosh. Heal. Heal now. Get Silk. Get Silk so that we can heal again. Alright, that's good. Let's heal now, because there's not going to be a lot of times that we can very easily heal when these guys are in here. Good. Alright, what's happening next? This. Destroying the entire arena. Or covering the arena. I guess I'm the one that's destroying it. Good. We need to kill that thing before it bothers me too much. Alright, Sister Splinter got it for me. Well, she fell on me. Heal. Good. Alright. Kill one of these again. We'll kill it. You know, I don't know if I've killed one of those things. I think she's killed... Actually, I think I killed one, and she's killed the rest. Alright, Sister Splinter down. let's heal again. Be at full health. Wonderful. There we go. And now we've got to go around. Up and around. Remember, I still have to be careful. I feel great after that victory, but one of the things that we should not do after that victory is die from something simple. So, be careful. And... yep, you... I thought you were a bouncing one, but I didn't see the reason to bounce off of it, which is why I jumped up. And it was not a bouncing one. Gosh. Okay, move on. Okay. Let's get rid of that guy. And then this next section is annoying. Oh, I made it just fine. Excellent. Alright, this one we didn't make it just fine. But we can heal right now. Don't fall. I fell. We've got to do that again. Alright, well, you know, I did fine the first time. Good. Good. Alright. Just float over. Don't even bother about the third one. And there it is, the cling grip. Daughter of a distant land, we who have remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours, reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. Alright, now that we have cling grip, a lot of stuff opens that we could do. The next thing to do is save Bellhart. And I see no reason why we shouldn't go do that basically right now, because I can't think of a reason to put it off. Like, I could try to get more stuff before putting it off, but I don't think I'm going to get enough stuff to actually make it easier than it is now. Okay, hello, sir. Okay. Trying to be careful. That has caused me to fall into the water. There we go. So I do want to go this way. Was that just shell shards? Yeah, that was just shell shards. I want to go this way because there's a Bellhart. We saw the telltale signs of it. I hit the nest and nothing else when I did that. Okay, I want to heal. Good. It's kind of hard to battle while I'm in the water, you know? Because my jump is all strange when I'm in the water. Good. Alright. There's the Bellhart. Got it. Alright, we've got a couple of those now. And let's continue on. If I had enough silk, I would heal. Now I've got enough silk, so I'll heal. And where am I going? I think we want to go to the right. Yeah, just through here. And there are beads. Excellent. Should we go down? Yes, we should, because this way is nothing. This way is nothing. way. Going over here... Oh, that's where we fought Sister Splinter. Excellent. Now let's try to go further up on the right toward Bellhart, so we can save Bellhart. Yeah. Alright, there it is. Which is leading me basically directly toward the next boss. And the next boss, I remember somewhat from the speedrun. So I think the next boss won't be too scary. It's still scary. I could die. And we could end this run. But I'm also hoping that I don't do that. Because I remember enough of his moves that I should not just die. Aha! A lost flea. Excellent. Oh gosh. Alright, you are annoying. Let's heal up. And continue moving around. I'm trying to kind of do everything here. I certainly don't want to go down too quickly. Nothing else over there. Alright, let's go down. Let's go to the left. Because I think Bellhart is to the right. And if we want to do everything, we should go to the left. Oh, this is just beads. Alright, we'll get those. You, I need to go past you before we can hurt you. There we go. Alright, come back down, please. There we go. Nothing here, we just need to go down further, which means we should probably wait for this guy to come up so we can go down. That's a pathway. Is that a pathway because there's nothing here? Nope, there's stuff there too. I see all of those about to fall. Here we go. Alright. So this goes to a bench. Is it a bench that we've been to? I don't think so. Ouch. Fall on that. Okay. Those creatures pose very little threat. Ooh, there's another polyp heart this way. Let's get that. Wonderful. I think we need 5. Okay, I think we're in the room that has the bench. But also, there's that thing up there. A rosary string, that's nice. Okay, let's go back, because going onto the bench is not going to help us. And you know what? I can just go the down path, and it will be a little bit safer for me. So we're going to do that. And now I think the only thing to do is to go down. There's something over here, too. What's down here? There are rosaries. Huzzah. Alright. We got a few more beads. But now... Oh my gosh. Alright. Now we just go down, and I think this is going straight to the boss. It is. Alright. Wish me luck. We're gonna need this one. Oh, hello, Gwyff. It's been going great so far. We finished a spool, so I got a second spool fragment, and we finished a mask We collected 4 mask shards and defeated Sister Splinter. Got the Cling Grip, and now I'm about to fight you. Creature, your claws guide those cursed threads, but you are not their source. What role do you play in this vile affliction? Ooh, she is here, a rare birthling, precious child of a worm and weaver. Spawn of those who dared to flee, she has found her way home at last. How fine her shell and silken claw for you, mother. Let me claim her all for you. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna have to remember this fight. For example. I do remember you throwing bells at me constantly. Oh gosh, I've gotten hurt a whole bunch and I've hurt you almost not at all. Okay. Okay, just avoid that. There we go. We healed up. That's important. There we go. Alright. I think we just avoid those attacks. Oh gosh. Don't get hit by that. It's when she's pulling down bells that I think is our best chance to hit her. Oh gosh, get on the wall. Alright. Gosh. Let's heal right now, just because it's nice to be at full health. Excellent. Where are you? You are doing that. Avoid that. Alright, avoid the attack if we can. I did not. Alright, during this we can heal. There we go. Defeated Widow. Oh, wait a minute, we didn't defeat Widow. Why does that get me every single time? Because it has gotten me every single time, right? Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead. Don't die. Heal. I just realized I could heal. Okay. Oh gosh, I got hit by a bell. I need to wait for me to have a time that I can attack. Alright. Oh no, we've lost. I was even in a position to heal. Alright. There we go. We made it to Widow and died in the second phase. How very sad. Alright. Do I want to start a new one today? I think I do. I've got about an hour left. That's why you save quit? Yeah, I mean, fair, but I don't think that would be the true Steel Soul experience. I think I am going to start it again today. But there's going to be so much that we do in Steel Soul before I go back to a non-Steel Soul and just go through the game trying to die as little as possible and just experience all the boss fights again. I mean, one of the things that would actually be like a smart thing to do that I kind of don't want to do is have 2 save files, and one of them you progress a little bit in classic mode, And then after you progress that a little bit, you go to the other Steel Soul and do the same part of the game. But I kind of don't want to do that either. So I'm gonna bang my head against Steel Soul for a little while before putting it down. So I still think that I did pretty well through most of that. Yeah, I think I did pretty well through most of that. The fact that you get hit twice with a couple of the attacks, I really should have healed, and I put myself in a poor position for that. But I could have just avoided attacks until I had a good heal. Alright, so we go through here. And get these shell shards. Why not? I mean, because they fell all the way down, so why are we getting them? And remember, I do want to get the moss berries on the way, too. So we were very close to getting the needle in, and having Cling Grip and needle in was something that I think we could have gotten some other power-ups for the future. We were very close to it, but we didn't quite get there. Steel Soul has a secret boss? Okay. I mean, that's good to know, but... I guess it just might kill me the first time I get there, and then we'll see what it is. The hard way. Get all the things in the way. Braid rosary strings are very nice to get. At least I would like to get further each time I play Steel Soul. But the other thing I'm thinking is that I could play Silksong with some other things in between. Like, for example, I could do a Hollow Knight randomizer, which I've been wanting to do for a while. And if we bang our head against Steel Soul for a little while and we don't get very far, then we might switch to doing a Hollow Knight randomizer for a time instead of playing Silksong for a week or so. Anyway, I'm getting better at that, apparently. Because that was very smooth. And we struggle to get to the bench. So let's see here. My deaths in Steel Soul so far have been 2 from essentially normal enemies next to lava, and that's just kind of upsetting. That was me being silly. While I've been playing Silksong, one of the things that I've been doing is moving around a whole lot faster than I ever would in Hollow Knight, just because, you know, the Hornet can move so much faster than the Bug Knight. And moving fast makes me a lot less careful. And so doing that, just moving fast, was one of the reasons that I died the first 2 times. Alright, are we going to heal at the Moss Mother? No, we're going to heal after the Moss Mother. That was two of the times that I died. That last one was me fighting a boss that I hadn't fought in a little while, that I've only defeated twice total. And sure, that's a reason, but also, I mean, the bosses can kill you in very few hits. Like in Hollow Knight, you normally have to get hit by bosses 5 times to die. There are bosses that deal double damage, but not nearly as many as there are in Silksong. So one of the problems is that the bosses are just more painful. They can kill you so much more quickly. And granted, you can heal. You can heal a lot more too, but you can't take so many hits in a row, basically. And that just makes it more risky. Green King Raptor is telling me to cheese. What is it called? Save scum? You know, I'm not somebody that like hates when people save scum, but I don't like the save scum. I think that it has kind of too low of a reputation for, you know, what's single-player games, but I don't really like doing it. I like doing things truly, such as, for example, I'm not doing the save and quit option that Gwyff suggests either. Hello, everyone. A wish wall, excellent. Build that up. I might use it. Alright, we need lots of rosaries. One of the things about the early game is we want lots of rosaries. Let's talk to Sherma before we go. Hello, Sherma. How are you doing? Why do you sing? Oh, but of course I sing. Look, our sacred journey begins. We are tested. This huge gate stands before me. I will move it with music. So, Gwyff makes a good point, or Green King Raptor makes a good point. You kind of don't heal more, because in Hollow Knight, with a full gauge, you could heal 3 times. And so you could heal 3. And in this one with a full gauge, you can heal 3. It's just 3 at once. That's a good point. I guess it's even easier to heal in Hollow Knight because you could heal at more opportunities. You'd get 1 heal more frequently. Yeah, this game is hard, man. They took Hollow Knight and they took some of the harder aspects of Hollow Knight and just continued with it, right? Oh man, the beads don't come to me. This is so terrible. I like my magnetite brooch. We need to collect shell shards too, so that we can fix up Bone Bottom. We'll collect those along the way, but I do want to collect them. I was ready to attack that guy, and he still just barreled into me. I attacked him first, but he kept barreling toward me. Heal up. And we win the first arena battle in the new save file. Huzzah. Let's go down and open the big gate. Look at this. Your song has opened the gate. Good job, Sherma. I did see it. The Great Gate heard your song. Ooh, rosaries. Don't roll away. We need those. We need a lot of them. Get in my pocket. Alright, we got them. And we immediately spend them. I mean, spend some of them, I guess. Alright, then we move on. We don't actually need to use the bench. We just opened it. Alright, the marrow. Welcome back to the marrow. So, if we just go right, we can't do anything. We need to go up. The fleas are over here. We must visit the fleas very early so we can get the flea quest. Hello, fleas. The native of these fiery little lands approaches. I am no native. Flea Master Mushka, I wish to rescue your fleas. Alright, so we have our first wish. It is the flea quest. Excellent first wish. And let's go up. So, I mean, to be fair, I have a pretty thick skin in terms of difficulty in games. I'm pretty happy to just try. Oh no, don't roll into the spikes. So I'm happy to bang my head against Steel Soul, but I don't know. I have my limits, right? But my limits are further than most people. So, is there another secret below me that I want? I don't remember. We kind of skipped ahead a little bit, maybe. Because we went the Mushka path. So I'm trying to go back down and see if there's something that I wanted to collect on the way here. I think there is something down this way that I wanted to collect on the way here. Unless I'm thinking the wrong path. No, maybe not. Let's go back up. After finishing Silksong, you think you'd have a better chance at Hollow Knight's Steel Soul? I guess that makes some sense. How did I not get hit there? He totally should have hit me. Oh well. Silksong has trained you to be a better Hollow Knight player. And we get our first tool. Huzzah. Let's move on up. You guys are becoming more plentiful, and I do not like that. For my safety. For my safety, I wish you were less plentiful. Oh, right. That's a path that's not opened yet. That's a good clarification. Hitting a wall means hitting a difficulty wall, not actually like being frustrated and going and hitting a wall. Alright. I want all of the beads. There we go. I think I got every one of those beads. Alright. That opens that path to us, but I did not need to come down here. Let's go back up. And visit Chakra for the first time in this save. Hello, Chakra. We are not enemies. Poshanka.
That's fine.
And we're definitely going to buy stuff. So, Mossland map. Let's take that. We obtained a map. We need to buy the quill. Owning a map is almost pointless without the quill. Let's buy the quill. And then we just can't afford the marrow map. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to afford that map very soon. Let's see here. I do want to get those. I know they're just shell shards, but we actually do need shell shards. Here we go. We found enough beads. Let's go back. They were just a little bit hanging on the floor. Alright. The marrow map as well. I just realized that I had at least one frayed rosary string that I could have spent instead. Oh well. We did not do that. Give me your beads! You especially. There we go. That one got too high up. There we go. Got him. We have to be up there to hit the lever. Alright, let's hit the lever. Get all these beads in the way. Excellent. Hit the lever. Get some more beads. Don't like that so many of them rolled past me. Not very good at sticking them in my pocket real fast. The Hornet just doesn't have the same priorities that I do. We will definitely open this up and get this right here. Sadly, we never saved Bellhart and never got to sell this in the last playthrough, because we died just before saving Bellhart. But this time we're going to make it past Widow, because I will get farther each time if I can. All we have to do is be careful. Which is not what I'm doing right now. Those traps can stay. I'm gonna go over here because that guy pops up. That is the only enemy that I know of that just popped up like that. But I like getting the beads from him. So we pop him up intentionally. Get all of your beads as well, especially the ones that you put all the way over here. Nice. You'd actually consider Godhome's Hall of the Gods to be worse than trying and losing progress if you die, as you have all the tools when you enter it. meaning you won't be practicing with the equipment. I mean, I don't know how much I agree with that statement. Because just practicing, like having all of the bosses moves and how you can move to avoid getting hit is really important. And you get that with the God Home. Maybe we're saying two different things. So we want to go back down, I think. Let's go back down. And we can't go that path yet, because we don't have the swift step. So we're just going over here and defeating our second boss of the run. Let's go. I guess the way that I approach bosses doesn't depend on equipment that much, because I usually just attack and slash the bosses. Yeah, being able to dash against a boss, but you can artificially prevent yourself from doing that. You can decide not to dash against a boss that you wouldn't have dash against. I think it's still really good practice, and I can see what you're saying where it's not the same, but I think it's still, like, very significant. To be able to practice in God Home. I mean, it would be nicer to practice, like, in the game, I guess. Like, at the same level as you are, but I don't know what feature that would entail them to make. It would be a feature that you would only use for practicing, and nothing else. And that doesn't sound like a feature that's worth adding to the game. That's the sort of things that modders could put in, you know? Anyway, Bell Beast is almost done, right? Yep, almost done. Got him in the air. Yeah, the binding system in Hollow Knight was cool. I hope they have something like that in Silksong. And I also hope that it's different, because it's nice to see when they take the same concepts and just change them a little bit. In a sequel especially. Like, have some of the same types of stuff, but just make it a little bit new. And that's more interesting. It's harder to design, I guess. Alright, got our first silk heart. Come, child, witness our waking. And shall we go directly to Bone Bottom? I want to go directly to Bone Bottom, because I want to get the wishes from Bone Bottom. I wonder if I collected 200 shell shards yet to complete the Bone Bottom repairs. Hope so, but I was not paying attention. So, Bone Bottom. scare this pilgrim. Poor pilgrim. Beast, horrible beast. I apologize. I am a horrible beast. I realize I've said that every time. I just like that little joke. All right, do we have... No, we don't. Oh. You can get the berry picking from here? Whoa. I didn't know you could do that. We also need to go up and actually get the berries. Alright, well we can't do bone bottom repairs, sadly. Because I didn't collect enough shell shards on the way. Let's get some shell shards from the marrow before we go back. Actually, we're going to be in the marrow when we're up there too. So, let's go back up. We'll just come back with the conveyance. One of the things about putting the God Home in Silksong is they already have lore that they could build off of, right? Because they had the God Home in Silksong, so they could continue the lore to some extent. Just make it a Silksong themed lore. You know what? I think I skipped the druid earlier, didn't I? Let's hit the big bell. I definitely skipped the moss druid. Why did I do that? I don't remember that. They couldn't use the Godseeker. I mean, I guess they couldn't. Let's equip tools. And then the main reason that I sat down at this bench was to populate my map. And we're in the marrow. Let's go to the moss home. Actually, before we go there, let's open the shortcut that's in this next room. There we go. Shortcut opened. Now let's go back to the moss home. I mean, so I didn't read this directly, but I heard that when making Silksong, they said all of the endings from Hollow Knight were canon, but you know, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense based on some of the endings. We can we can make them naked. I like making them naked. Let's break this so that we can see them. So they could definitely add the Godseeker back, because it's not necessarily canon that the Godseeker died, right? Just as it's not canon that the Hornet got trapped in the black egg. Unless Silksong is a dream. That's a terrible trope. Don't tempt that trope. We could go down to Bone Bottom over there, which would be helpful to do. But I was going here to get shell shards, and I'm also getting pilgrim shawls while I'm on the way. And we want to visit the Moss Druid. Which, where is the Moss Druid? It should be one of the paths that we just didn't take, I guess. Oops. I didn't know you were down there. Let's make you naked behind that bush. He's hiding behind a bush. Let's get you here so we can make you naked too. I almost have the 200 shell shards. Almost got hit by that trap. Ooh. Dangerous taking that one. Now let's eviscerate the body. I think adding a god home is a pretty easy thing to do, honestly. There's a lot of ways to add that type of content, even with very similar or the same lore. So, where am I trying to go? We've got to go to the right so that we can go up. Why did I get hit by that? That was nonsense. Oh well, anyway, let's continue. There's the moss druid. We just never walked in here. And actually, before we walk in there, why don't we just complete your quest real quick? Because here's one right here. There we go. That's all we need for the quest. I heard of your existence from a wish wall in Bone Bottom. Hello.
Has been?
Man, that was a different dialogue, wasn't it? That we normally get. I have your berries. Immediately. I really like that animation. I was actually thinking that, so when I heard that all the endings from Hollow Knight were canon and there was going to be a sequel that has the Hornet in it, I was thinking what they would do is Hornet's journey would happen in between the Bug Knight's journey, like at the same time as the Bug Knight's journey for the most part. Why did I not put on the tool? Let's put on the tool. There we go. And then I want to go to the left and go to Bone Bottom. Hopefully with all of the pilgrim shawls. Because we can get a few more of those. I'm just farming pilgrim shawls right now. Just get into that little corner. There we go. That's where we put our shawls. Oh, how about that? We couldn't take another one. I tried though. There was the opportunity. So now that we've done that, we can go to the left here and go down to Bone Bottom that way, which is kind of neat. Haha, got it with the trap. So, we want to go down on the right here. Ouch. Let's try that again. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. Where is the... Wait a minute, what's this way? I never went this way before. That seems silly. Why did I never go that way before? I mean, granted, I want to make the elevator first. There we go. Make the elevator. Very nice. And then we can do this path right now, right? I didn't do this as early as this before, but I think we can do it right now. And this one, we've just got to hit with my silk spear. Come on over. Please. I'm sure you're flying somewhere. There you are. Got him. Alright. Let's get that mossberry. And let's do this wish as well. Pilgrim Shaw's deposited. Excellent. We got a rosary necklace. And we can do the bone bottom repairs. We're just doing all sorts of stuff here. Okay, so because we can, I think, let's go back up and do the other paths. Actually, you know what? I don't know if we can do them right now. Let's go back and do them a different time. Let's continue the main plot thread, I guess. The marrow. And we're here. That bell just disappeared completely. That's what the bell beast does. He saps the bells of their very existence. Sit here real quick and move on. So, I want to go up first. We need to rebuild our shell shard collection as well, I guess. That's one way to rebuild the collection. And I think we're rescuing a flea right now. I think that's where this pathway is going. Hello, beastfly? See me, please? There we go. Because I definitely want to fight you here. There we go. Not on the path that destroys beneath me. Good. Keep going. Those beast flies we don't really need to deal with, right? We probably should, though. Ho-ho. Did some acrobatics to get up here and rescue this flea. Great. Rescue the flea. Now, let's move on. This room I think we can't do anything in. Not yet. We need the cling grip first. So we need to go down and to the right. Let's heal up too. Stay healthy. I'm wondering how far I'm gonna get today with just an hour. Just an hour on the newest save file. Because I think I'm going maybe faster than my speed run. Which tells you about the speed run a little bit. I don't remember how much I accomplished in an hour in the speed run. I would like the beads. You are hiding beads back there and I want them. That was dangerous to keep fighting that guy. I was at 2 health. He deals 2 damage. That was a silly thing to do in a Steel Soul save file, by the way. and move on. So, I remember this. That guy can explode. He exploded. Heal up and hit this. I forget what we're getting here. It might be just a shard bundle or something, but we're getting it. Oh, it's a craft metal. That's much more important. Excellent. We will use that for the magma bell. Alright, next. Can we go up this way? No! Alright, well, let's try again. Bouncing off of these things with a Hunter's Crest is surprisingly hard. Surprisingly hard. Because I don't think it should be as hard as it is. Even the mechanics. Like, I'm not saying they made it hard. I'm saying that it's hard for me for some reason. Man, I can't leave those beads back there. Let's get those two. Okay. Good. See, this is better. It's going to be harder going back. You know, while I was in Bone Bottom, did I have 120 to buy the Magnetite brooch? Because if I did, I should have. Oh well. We'll get it at some point. And that's all that. Oh, I even collected the one bead that fell when I went back up there. How about that? I forget what that is. Is it just shell shards? It probably is just shell shards. It is. How about that? Still, we can hold them. I like collecting all the currency, even the currency that there's a maximum to hold. Okay, so this way is just this, where we get these beads. And then the next one down, I think we want to avoid, because I think that's going to the Hunter's March. This is just going backward. We don't need to do that. So I'm going to poke my head in here, but I think we don't want to do this. Yeah, that is the Hunter's March. We're going to do that much later. For now, we will fall into some spikes. And let's go in here and get our first red tool. And then put on some tools. Good. You've got a lot of beads, sir. 15? 15 is a good amount for these early enemies. Hello, Grendel. You're a thief.
Da, fenestra.
Beware your greed, thief. You'd be dead before your claw reached my cloak. Oh, never mind, bully. And we got the straight pin. Excellent. Alright, let's put it on. So, straight pin. We've got everything that we have on right now. We've collected one flea. We've rescued one flea. We need to rescue 5 so that we can go to Greymoor with the flea caravan. Don't know why I'm fighting that guy particularly. Get these beads. We want to open the conveyance on the left, so let's do that first. Important button. Push this button. Great. Button has been pushed. Let's move on. And then here we are toward Deep Docks. Hello, sir. You've got beads. I will go collect them, because I don't have the magnetite brooch, so they don't just come to me. You're flying way up there. Let's not worry about you. Alright, he came back down, so we worried. Alright, I like how many beads we have. The deep docks. So there's that mask shard that I was thinking about last time, that we needed the cling grip to get, so we didn't get it. Because by the time we got the cling grip, we already had 4 mask shards. I'm gonna go up here and open the bench, like I always do. In all of these save files that I've had, I've opened this bench. Another thing that makes Silksong harder is it's harder to collect upgrades early on. Okay. I don't have a good sense of Hollow Knight's ability to collect upgrades early on to compare. Yeah, I don't think I have enough memory of what the early game of Hollow Knight is like in terms of upgrades in order to compare that. Alright, let's go down here. Let's buy the map first, maybe? Let's do that. Alright.
You finished?
So, what we want is we want to buy the Deep Docks map. And while we're here, we'll also get the compass and some markers to put on the map. And I'm especially buying the markers because I want to put the thing over here on my map. Even though I've never forgotten about it, I think that I could at any moment. So Gwyff, I think you're probably right. And one of the reasons why I'm saying I think you're probably right is because I've been really trying to think about where I could get mask shards in the early game of Silksong. And I had enough knowledge to get 4 of them before Sister Splinter. But I think that was the earliest I could get a mask. I could get an additional mask. And that being as early as I could is much... like, there's a lot of bosses that you fight before you can get that 1 mask shard. And I couldn't think of enough to get a second one. So I want to go in here. Oh, it's just these guys. I always think that this room is going to be more important than it is. And it never is. It's never important. But we come into it anyway each time. We're going to hit that button. Wish I had climbed up with it. Oh well, I guess we'll go this path first, since I didn't. We can't go there. That is the boss. Which we might end after fighting Lace again. That might be our ending for today. Get some additional shell shards. Actually, I think we're gonna have enough time to do a little bit more after that. So I think that we can go to the left and do stuff. Yeah, this room. For one, we can put that in my eventual hunter's journal by fighting one of those. Ooh, gosh. I did not think the lava up there was far enough down to hit me. This room I think we can't do anything in. Oh, we actually can. This is a great room. Because I think it's the first spool fragment. As well as a lot of these. Ooh, man. I should be careful going on the hot stuff. Hot stuff is hot, as it were. We need to go up, and there's one other enemy in this room that we need to defeat on our way up. There we go. Hit the lever. And now we go up and get what I believe is a spool fragment. If memory serves. And it does. Excellent. You can get 6 mask shards in Act 1. Really? That's it? Because I got 4. And you're saying there's only 2 more, and one of those is the Deep Docks one? That's not a lot. Right. Let's not fight anybody. Let's just heal. That means that there's one that I didn't think of. And all of that I did think of, we could get without even going to the Blasted Steps or the Hunter's March. There's no Mask Shard in the Hunter's March that you can get before Act 2. Huh. That's a surprisingly low number, and kind of disconcerting, because that means that when I'm fighting the judge, the last judge in this playthrough, we're saying that I'm gonna have 6 mask shards total. That's unnerving for a Steel Soul run. I could fight Phantom. We fought Widow. Could fight Phantom. I guess I don't know what I could fight Phantom really means. Like, isn't that just another boss that I could fight? And I guess don't tell me, because I'm still sort of doing a blind playthrough, so I don't know what you mean, and I guess I don't want to know yet. I've fought Phantom before. There you go. Give me all your beads and stuff. You know, I really would like the next movement ability, the swift stuff, and we're getting very close to it, but I want it. I want it right now, is what I'm saying. So, little hopper dude, fall to my blade. So if I recall, that little ant guy is just a scout. He disappears. So he's disappeared and warned the ant colony of my impending approach. Gotcha. And we get the beads. You know, I meant to go back to Bone Bottom and buy the magnetite brooch, and I forgot to do that when we opened the conveyance here. So, there's a bench right here. There is. Let's pay for it. Insert rosaries, yes. And then we don't have to sleep at that bench. Or rest at it, I guess. People don't normally sleep at benches. You little guy, when I hit him, he speeds up. And I never expect that. Or maybe it's just when I get close to him he speeds up. What was the other way? I want to try that now. Oh, right. We can't do that. We need the cling grip to do that. We go over here, and we fight the ants. Actually parried basically all of his attacks there. Heal up, and fight the next two. The little guys. And then the flying ones? Huzzah, the flying ones. The flying ones, I think, take 3 hits, and they actually take 4 hits. So almost every time, I'm thinking they would die before they actually do. There we go. Arena complete. I will move on. It's interesting that you have to fight ants on the normal pathway, even though you don't have to go into Hunter's March. You still have to fight the ants from Hunter's March. This is a breakable wall. We will definitely break that. And get the thing inside, which I think is probably shell shards, which means we can't get it. It's a frayed rosary string. Much better. Much better than shell shards right now, because we maxed out our shell shards somehow. So fast. Let's open the way back. Just destroy you with a silk spear. I meant to use my pins, actually. I just saw that we had maximized our bag of shell shards, so I decided to use some, and then I did not use them. Alright, daughter of a distant land, we who have remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Indeed. Alright, swift step again. Very glad to have the swift step. Let's immediately use it to rescue a flea, I think? Is that what's up here? It is! Huzzah! I'm learning the beginning of this game really well. Great. Was there more beads over here? No, there wasn't. Alright. Let's continue behind me. This is a bench that we unlocked before. Now what we need to do is go down. Actually, let's update my map while we're at the bench. There we go. Map updated. Bring me down. And then we can go fight Lace. You get up here very quickly. I mean, I know you can fly, so that makes sense, but still, You got up there surprisingly quickly. Okay, let's just jump over those people. Haha, got him with the trap. We can jump up there this time. I tried to get that one with the trap too, but it didn't land on it. So, we are no longer in the same area, apparently. Am I moving around in a circle? I am. I need to go further down. So, if I need to go further down, I need to go back this way. Almost got it again. He's very good at dodging that trap. Let's heal up and move back further. Oh, the little one. I dodged the big one, but it was the little one that was there. So we need to go further down. Here? No, this is continually a useless room. We need to go here. There we go. And now we can fight Lace. Hello! A little spider has fallen from its cage, so lost. I can save you, little spider. I'll just skewer you right here and now.
Yanara.
Your threats are worthless, child. Delicious. I like you already. Okay. Alright, time to heal. Great. Knocked her into the lava. Come at me. Already at that part of the battle? Alright. I didn't really notice that we had made it to this part, but we had. Great. Oops. Let's just heal. Good time to heal. Don't fall in the lava. Falling in the lava would be bad. We want to knock her into lava. We don't want to fall in the lava ourselves. There we go. Knocked her in the lava again. Excellent. Knocked her in the lava twice. Very nice. Alright, success. We've defeated Lace, and let's get to this bench. And then we're gonna call it for today. So unfortunately, we died again in Steel Soul. We died at Widow right before we would have saved Bellhart. Very sadly, right before we would have saved Bellhart. But here we started again, and we've already beat Lace. We're about to head into the far fields, and actually before I go, we should really buy the bell and put it on. I didn't even speak to the Forge Daughter once. Let's go speak to the Forge Daughter, which is to the right of me. We just never went this way? Alright. We didn't even fight this arena. Okay. How about this? We're doing just a little bit more because I want to make sure that I buy the magma bell before we go into far fields. And that requires me to actually, you know, get to the Forge Daughter, which we kind of just skipped doing. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Why not? Knock that one down. Got him. Got him again. One of these I can hit on the head sometimes. And the other one, we had to be careful where we hit him. Alright, so we can jump up here, but this has a door, which we can't open yet. The main thing that we just did was open the path to the Forge Daughter where we could buy stuff. Hello, Forge Daughter. I would like to buy something from you. Do you by any chance have something that would save me from being too hot? That's what I'm looking for. Could you craft me one of those specifically for me? You can, but I need to give the material. Interesting. Let's do it. Okay. I could also get the crafting kit. It would just require me to break stuff, which there's no reason not to break stuff. I have 4 of these. How about that? I was going to get the magnetite brooch, but instead we're getting a crafting kit. I guess we still have enough to get a magnetite brooch too. Haha. And then open this up, and we're going to rest at this bench instead. Alright, here we are. We have made it thus far in Silksong, in Steel Soul. We've defeated Lace, and we're about to go into the far fields. I've already gotten an extra mossberry and a coral commandment, and we upgraded my tool pouch, or my crafting kit, which is nice too. So our tools deal more damage. I think I've completed all of the quests except for the lost fleas that we found, but we found all of the early game quests and completed them. And here's what our map looks like right now, which is pretty nice, honestly, for where we are in the game. We could even go down to that marker on my map later, next time. Alright, so let's see how far I get next time. Next time will be next Sunday. I'm going to check that right before I hit this button. Yes, next time is next Sunday, same time as I started today, and we'll continue this save file. Hopefully we will get pretty far, and we've got to get further than we did this time. We've got to defeat Widow and rescue Bellhart at least. I think we can do that, but I don't know that we're going to do that next week. It's probably going to take 2 Sundays to accomplish that. All right. Thanks for coming. I hope to see you next time. And not die next time. That would be great.